So imagine you have had the conversation
Mhm.
and you and Mark are ready to open up your relationship
Mhm.
together. So
Mhm.
it's not an open marriage.
'Kay.
This is swinging.
Yes.
Very different than an open marriage, where
Yes.
an open marriage is you just go do your thing,
Mhm.
they do their thing. Open marriages are really trending online right now because a lot of people are talking about how they've just like have open marriages. So here go some of the stories of how a first time swinging went. Are we
'Kay.
ready?
Yes.
Our first full swap time was actually just a couple of weekends ago. My fiance, let's call him S, and I have been in the scene for a little over a year, and we've been in and out of the scene since he travels for work. But we would normally play, they call this play. Okay, so we're going to go play at the club and just kind of do swaps with other people there. S and I decided to hit up the club on a popular theme night a couple of weekends ago. We find a place to get settled and drink and dance. Later on that night, we find a couple who we click with. We take a bunch of photos in the photo booth, dancing, kissing, and end up going home with them. S and I had talked about boundaries before and set most of them, but we never fully decided on our full swap boundaries. People who do this have very clear communication and talk about it a lot. When we are alone, though, we play kinky. So we do have safe words. So I knew I could say that, and at any time he would get me out of there. Once we got to their house, we had another drink, talked some, and then moved upstairs. Again, that whole process, I often ask someone we know who's done this. I'm like, what's the conversation like? Do you want to head upstairs? And then like, are your shoes off? Are your socks on? Like that whole thing gets me. We did do a full swap in the same room. One of our established boundaries that S and I decided before was same room. We don't play without each other there. We had to rush out the next morning. You stayed all night to check out of our hotel room that we didn't use. But the couple and us chatted that whole next week, and my fiance and I actually went back to them the next weekend, and we had dinner, slept over, and brunch the next day.